Welcome back, everybody. I have a piece of green on my platform, and now I'm going to be making the sunflower head. And if I can do this relatively quickly, I'll start putting some of the flower petals around the circumference of the sunflower head. The size of the head is important because it's got to be big enough so that the flower is going to look like a sunflower, because sunflowers have a big center. But it can't be so big that once I get the flower petals around the outside, I can't fit it inside the tube that I want to seal it into. So there is a range. So there is, I know that stem looks like kind of looks like a weird mushroom. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take this, I use this kind of brownish orange for the center. And now I'm going to coat that in caramel. It's a glitter. It's pretty. It looks good. The frit that I'm going to seal this into is toxic, so you want to keep your face away from it for sure. You might be able to see how sparkly that is, but you may not. All right, let's put this stuff away. That stuff is dangerous. Glass blowing is dangerous. Don't be fooled. If you're just starting out, make sure you have proper ventilation. Make sure that you don't hurt yourself. I've been doing this for a long time, so I make it look easy, but this is not easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start putting my flower petals on the head of the sunflower. And I'm going to put the first two on 180 degrees from each other. Or as close to 180 degrees as I can. That's not very good. But I will put one in between. And the reason why I do it this way is I want to see how close am I going to be to getting this inside the ball. And I can see that it's not going to fit. So I'm going to have to bend some of these flower petals up a little bit. I can pull them shorter later on, but I want to do that last. So what I did, I just kind of bent them up. And I want to see if I can fit it in there. Okay, so this fits inside here now. So now I know the diameter that I have to keep when I'm placing all these other flower petals on here. And that's important. And I also know the angle in which I have to put them. I can't just have the flower petals sticking straight out. They got to kind of curve up a little bit. And I will curve them up even more towards the end. But right now the job is to get as many of these flower petals on here as I can. And I never know how many's going to fit on here. I never know how many I'm going to need. That's why I make so many of them. Because in the process of putting them on there, I'm going to drop some. I may have to put two like very close to each other or almost on top of each other. I want to make this look like as much like a real sunflower as I can. I like it when they have a variety of shades of orange and yellow. It makes it look more natural. I like to occasionally stick a really bright yellow one on there. It doesn't seem like it really belongs, but because of that, it does belong. The important thing about making these natural glass items, whether it's an animal or a flower, you want to have as many curves, you want to have as many variations in color as you can, because that's kind of how it is in real life. Very few things are absolute, a certain color or a certain shape or a certain geometry. Geometry, that's the word I'm looking for, geometry. So I'm going to stop here. It's been 6 minutes, but you will get the idea of what I'm doing here. So we got a few more flower petals to put on, but that's okay. We will finish that up and we'll put some leaves on it and get it in the oven.